How's it going, everybody? And welcome to Just the Buddies podcast. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm your host, Daniel.
And today we're doing a podcast. Woo! If you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button, hit the like button. If this video gets 3,000 likes, we're going to be giving one of these hot toys to you guys. Just comment which hot toy you like. Comment something you guys want me to or Daniel to talk about next week. Or comment what you like about the show.
Yeah.
And one of these could be going to you guys. But it has to hit 3,000 likes. So make sure you hit the like button. And if you hit the like button, you'll have good luck for the rest of your life.
Yo.
And
Whoa,
also,
wait.
And also comment what you guys want us to talk about next week. You guys can see throughout this video. We took your suggestions from last week. And we're talking about it this week. And without further ado, I'm going to kind of tell you what we're going to be talking about today.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm going to be talking about some of the craziest origins to everyday goods that we all have used throughout our life and how they became what they are today.
I'm also going to be talking about verses, but I'm also doing another scary story.
Oh, boy.
So just wait for that.
Okay, starting out with cup of noodles. Do you know the origin of instant ramen and why it became such a big deal?
No.
So the creator of instant ramen was actually from Japan. And during World War II, there was a hunger crisis in Japan because they weren't getting the proper nutrients and the goods, certain supplies weren't available to them. So the US government only allowed them to have wheat and flour. And the government told them you're only allowed to make bread. But there was a man named Momofuku Ando, who is the creator of instant ramen. He thought that was really wrong of the US government to make them only eat bread. So what he decided to do is we got to find out a way where we're able to eat ramen still, have some kind of noodle. So for an entire year, Ando was making different types of formulas, trying to figure out a way to make ramen still with the ingredients they had. And he kept failing. There was no way he could figure it out. So it wasn't until one day when his wife was cooking and she was on a stove and she had a pot, and inside the pot was tempura oil. So what he did was he had cooked noodles, right? He threw the cooked noodles into the tempura bowl, that was the oil. They called it flash frying. And what it did was it made the cooked noodles turn hard and into a block, but it had perforations on it. So it was dehydrated noodles. So that's what became, the ramen that we see today.
Yeah.
So it's flash fried cooked noodles that can be rehydrated.
Oh, that's how it all started.
Yeah. So in 1950, that's when the first instant ramens hit sales.
Yeah.
Was on stores and stuff. And then in 1978, I believe, that's when Cup of Noodle came out. And he sold over 40 billion units in 1 year.
40 billion.
40 billion. So there was a lot of money that was made.
Wow. Who would have thought such a easy concept? You just cook noodles and then you flash fry them and then you sell them and you rehydrate them.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? That's something so simple, right? Solves so many issues. And
Yeah.
still today is still the same. It still helps people, right?
Yeah.
It's a quick, easy snack.
It's one of my favorite meals.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, now moving on, let's talk about the next item. Now, the next item is something that we all use. We've used it, we've played with. It's a world-renowned toy.
Okay.
Do you know how silly string was invented?
Oh, no.
So originally, silly string was invented to help people have a cast. Now, it was a spray that you'd spray on any broken bones or broken arms, and it would allow an instant cast to form through resin. Foam resin.
So basically, it's like a spray-on cast that would just dry.
Yeah. So in 1972, there was a creator of the last name Fox and the last name Fish. And basically, these two guys one was an inventor, one was a chemist, and they decided to make this spray, right? That was for broken bones, instant cast thing. And then one day they were trying to find out a way to bottle this chemical formula, right? To try to sell it.
Right.
Right. But when they were trying out different cans, different stuff, different ways to do it, there was an aerosol can that they started to put it in. But when they sprayed the aerosol can, it shot a string out, just like silly string, right? And they're like, whoa, this is kind of cool. They then go back into the lab, right? They want to add more color to it. They want to make it less sticky. So then they bottle it up again. And sure enough, they're spraying it around, having a great time. They're like, this is a toy. We should sell this.
Oh my gosh.
So the next day or 2 days later, they go to Whammo Toys, which was one of the biggest toy companies at the time.
Yeah.
And they said hey, I want to demonstrate our toy to you, right? So the boss has them walk in and they're sitting in the office like, hey, look at our invention, right? So instead of telling him how it works, they get the aerosol cans, spray it all over him, spray it all over the office, right? And obviously the guy's pissed off.
Right.
He's like, get the heck out of my office. What the heck is this? So then a day later, right, they get a telegram from the owner of Whammo Toys asking for 24 bottles to be made for market testing.
Okay, so they were interested then.
Yeah. So come to find out that the owner of Whammo Toys, one of the other owners, was in the office and they found one of the remnants of the silly string on a lamp. Right, and they pull it off. They're like, "Whoa, this is really cool! What is this?"
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Well, I had them leave. They sprayed it all over the office." They're like, "Well, this is a cool invention." So they do the test market. Right, a week or two later, they end up turning in the spray into silly string and buying millions and millions of units and being one of the biggest toys to ever exist in the United States.
That guy for sure got fired.
Yeah,
for
probably.
sure got fired.
For sure. For sure.
Dude, he just passed up. He was about to like let the company pass up that opportunity.
Yeah. And the next item I want to talk about is the treadmill.
The treadmill.
So back in the 1800s, the treadmill was invented
Yeah.
not for exercise, not for any health benefit. It was
What?
actually made for torture.
The treadmill
The treadmill.
was made for torture.
So basically, back in the 1800s, when they had prisoners, they wanted them to have a punishment where they would have to walk and run and stay in one spot and feel like you're not getting ahead in life. You're staying in one spot. It's this continuous, mundane, like stupid
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
going on, right? So like they would just do this thing. So they would have them get on the treadmill, run, right? The guy's running,
Yeah.
right? For like forever. And the point was like it was a mental punishment too, like that you're staying in one spot, you're not getting ahead in life, and you're stuck.
Oh my god.
So psychologically, it would mess with these prisoners.
Yeah.
So the whole reason behind the treadmill was to torture people, to make them walk and run for no reason and stay in the same spot.
Dude, so it's like a learn your lesson type of thing.
Right. But it wasn't until like the mid 1900s
Yeah.
that it became like, hey, this is actually, helpful,
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
and like there's some benefit to it. So it's amazing how something that was a torture tool became one of the biggest fitness health tools to be used.
Yeah. Treadmills are everywhere.
I mean, look at, for even to test how strong your heart is, right? Doctors will use a stress test, right? Where they have patients run on a treadmill to see your heart, right?
Right.
So it's been a well-known tool now to know how your health, like how you fall, like in your health age, how you doing.
yeah.
So it's amazing how something so bad became so good,
Dude, that's crazy. That's kind of like scary.
isn't it?
Yeah. That they use that like psychologically to mess with people. You're going nowhere.
You're going nowhere and you're in the same spot and there's nothing you can do about it.
And you're just going to run all day.
Yeah. So guys, comment with you guys if there's any other items you want to learn about the history of. I try to say it as fast as I could, so it's not boring you.
So moving on to verses this week, I thought we would do the most famous fast food items to ever exist.
Have we done this?
I feel like we may have, but I feel like we haven't done these items specifically up against each other.
Okay.
Like specific items.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is the Blizzard from
Okay.
Dairy Queen versus the McFlurry.
The McFlurry.
Really?
100%.
Easy like that.
Easy like that. Just like that.
No question.
No question. Next.
Oh.
No question.
Jack in the Box curly fries
Okay.
versus McDonald's fries.
McDonald's fries.
Dude, why are you like it's not even like hard for you.
I-
So
you're-
it's just so easy like that. Like
Well,
you're so strong
That
about
one and the one before were really easy. Like no comparison. Hey, Levy, let's open it up to everyone. Comment if you feel like curly fries are better than McDonald's French fries. I'm pretty sure 90% of the world thinks McDonald's French fries is the
it.
best.
Okay. McDonald's chicken McNuggets
Okay.
versus Taco Bell Doritos Locos Tacos.
McDonald's nuggets versus Taco Bell's Doritos Locos Tacos.
Yeah. You gotta admit those tacos are pretty crazy.
It's always tough when you compare stuff like that because they're not in the same category.
They're not in the same category, but that's you gotta pick.
Man, so I have to give up one or the other.
Yeah, it's whatever one is better. You gotta remember, there's multiple flavors of the Doritos Locos Taco. There's only one McNugget.
And I have access to all the flavors of the Locos Tacos.
Yeah.
Give me the tacos.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't even account for like the McDonald's sauces. Or
No.
Anything.
We
No?
didn't talk about sauces. You said just the chicken
Well-
nuggets. Yeah. I'm doing what I was told my options were. And I picked the Locos Tacos.
Okay. In-N-Out animal style fries.
Okay.
Or McDonald's hash browns.
Oh, I mean, as much as I love McDonald's hash browns,
Yeah.
In-N-Out animal fries.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, the hash browns are so good.
They're great, but it's like if you're gonna compare Jack in the Box hash brown versus McDonald's hash brown, I'd pick McDonald's. But you're saying like hash brown versus animal style fries. Like which one do I like more? Which one
Yeah.
do I crave more? I crave the animal style fries more.
You know, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna pick hash brown.
Do it. Comment it. Let's see how many people agree.
Okay, Jack in the Box tacos. They're famous tacos now. Versus
Okay.
the Big Mac.
Big Mac.
What?
Dude, the Big Mac? The
Over-
Big Mac?
Over Jack in the Box tacos?
Are you serious right now?
Dude, Jack in the Box tacos are so good.
Sure. But like Big Mac is like so there's like I've had a bad taco from Jack in the Box, right?
What?
Yeah.
I've never had a bad taco.
Sometimes the middle is cold. Like they didn't heat it up all the way.
Oh, I've never had that.
Yeah. So McDonald's Big Mac though, even though it's very unhealthy, there's something satisfying about the pickles the sauce, the Thousand Island sauce, the burger, the bun, everything about it, fries, Coke, you mix it all together.
Well, I didn't say fries and Coke.
Okay, fine.
I said Big Mac.
All right, Mr. Technical. Okay.
That's what I said.
Big Mac is better.
Wow.
Big Mac is better.
Okay.
Get it through your brain.
Whatever you say.
Get it through your brain.
Whatever you say.
Comment if you agree. Big Mac is better than Jack in the Box tacos.
Okay.
Tacos.
Okay.
No good. I mean, they're good, but not as good as
Okay,
Big Mac.
on to the next one. Arby's roast beef sandwich,
Okay.
their signature sandwich,
Yeah.
versus a Wendy's chili cheese baked potato.
Chili cheese baked potato.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you were definitely going to go with Arby's on that one.
Now, let me tell you a little quick story about Arby's.
Go ahead.
Okay. A friend of mine had severe food poisoning when having Arby's, the roast beef sandwich. Okay.
Okay.
He then was in the hospital for 10 days.
Oh.
Okay. Ever since then,
Yeah.
I haven't had an Arby's roast beef sandwich. Now,
Makes
am
sense.
I open to trying it again? Yes. It's been some time because I know like every day we have Arby's by our house and we see people going there. And
Yeah.
obviously there's no way everyone's getting sick. But at the time, it freaked me out as a kid.
That would freak me out.
Middle school friend of ours, he was in the hospital for like 10 days.
Okay.
And ever since then, I haven't had it. But I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
But when you talk about Wendy's chili cheese potato, I mean, I've had that and I really enjoy that. So I'm going to go Wendy's chili cheese potato.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay. Raising Cane's Caniac meal. The meal now. So you're getting the tenders, you're getting the Texas toast, the fries, the coleslaw, and a sweet tea.
Yeah, I know it's in the meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So thank you for the audience.
yeah. Versus Jollibee chicken joy and spaghetti.
We're talking Raising Cane's or Jollibee.
Yeah, but you get the chicken and the spaghetti, and at Raising Cane's you're getting like the full like Caniac meal. If you don't know, Caniac is like the thing on their menu that's like
Caniac comes with 3 chicken pieces, right?
Is it 3 or is it 6?
Oh, maybe it's 6. Okay, so Jollibee is really good. Jollibee, I think, has some of the best fried chicken. It is good.
It's very good chicken.
Very good chicken. Spaghetti is phenomenal, especially when you go in with the mindset knowing that this spaghetti is sweet.
Yes.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, with that aside, now, I do feel that the Caniac combo is really good.
It is.
And I have to go Caniac combo.
Wow.
Because, let me explain my reasoning. Now, I love Jollibee, okay? But in terms of what means more to me, having that coleslaw, the Texas toast, the French fries, the Raising Cane sauce, there's so many different facets to the meal that make it phenomenal. And I feel like for like a really well done meal, right? It encompasses a lot, and I think it's really good.
That is true.
Raising Cane's, baby.
That's a good answer. I feel like I agree.
Comment if you guys disagree. Let us know your thoughts. I'm really curious to see how if we're divided on this.
I really want to get the cup of cane sauce.
Oh yeah,
I think that's only like $5-6 for like a whole cup of cane sauce.
That's a lot of money. Couldn't think about it for
That's
like
true.
a cup.
But
of
you got to
sauce.
think, some of these like fast food places, like they're charging like $1.29 per sauce
for a little thing.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous. That's horrible.
sometimes.
Normalize sauce for free.
Okay, the filet-o-fish.
Okay.
Versus Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Okay. Now, this is what's really weird about the situation that you're putting me in right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Popeye's chicken sandwich, there's a lot that's been changed. Okay.
That's true.
So when the Popeye's chicken sandwich first came out, it was phenomenal, right? There was lines out the door. Popeyes were selling out left and right at every location that they couldn't have enough chicken sandwiches,
Yes.
right? Then they took away the sandwich, if you guys remember. The sandwich was taken away for about a year, okay, or 6 months, and then they brought it back. But whatever they did to the sandwich during that break, it wasn't as good.
That's very true.
So with that being said, right,
Yeah.
I can't go Popeye's chicken sandwich anymore because I don't think it's as good.
They definitely changed it.
Now the filet of fish, every filet of fish I've had,
Yeah.
it's always pretty solid,
That's very true.
right? It's always risky with fish, right? But
Mhm.
I have to say that the filet of fish, for the price, for what you get, you know what you're getting. It's consistent, and I think it's always pretty good.
Yeah, I think I would go with filet of fish too.
Yeah.
Makes the most sense. Okay, Taco Bell Chalupa
Okay.
versus the McDonald's Quarter Pounder.
Taco Bell Chalupa. Now, okay, this is another interesting situation. It's
Okay.
like you're going burger versus something that's not burger, but
Right, but it's what you enjoy the most.
I get it. All right, I get the rules, but I'm trying to say that I think the Quarter Pounder burger is great, okay?
Yeah.
But I think the Taco Bell Chalupa is better.
Okay, so
Talk about chalupa.
See, that's all you got to do.
All right. Who agrees? I mean, I think it's good, especially the ground beef one. Sour cream, lettuce, chalupa wrap. It's good.
Yeah. Okay, so Wingstop, wings with ranch. They're very famous for the ranch.
Right.
Versus McNuggets with sweet and sour. Because I know that's like your go-to.
What was the first one?
Wingstop, wings and ranch.
Oh. See, for when I go to Wingstop, I don't get the ranch. I get the honey mustard.
Oh.
So you're going to change it for me or you're going to leave it?
Do you not like the ranch?
I've never really had it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Honey mustard.
Oh, okay. Wingstop.
Wow. Comment if you get honey mustard over ranch at Wingstop, because I've never seen that.
I always get ranch. I mean, I always get honey mustard, and I get double honey mustard.
Dude, their ranch is insane.
No, I know.
They put something
That's what
weird
people
in
say.
there. Because, like, for me to like it that much,
Yeah.
it's, like, weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, next time I go, I'll get the ranch.
Okay, last one. Taco Bell cinnamon twists.
Yeah.
Versus McDonald's apple pie.
Ooh, cinnamon twists are good. I just feel like
Yes.
they get old really fast. So I'm going to go McDonald's apple pie because there's versatility in it. It's warm, it's crunchy, it's gooey and delicious, and it's just so many things going on. The twist is just a freaking pork rind with some cinnamon on it. I think the apple pie is way better.
I'm pretty sure it's like a noodle.
All right. Well, that noodle ain't doing nothing for me.
I don't think it's a pork rind.
What? Apple pie all the way, baby.
Yeah, I guess you can do a lot more with an apple pie. Right? You can eat
Yeah.
it by itself. You could put it in McFlurry. You could put it on ice cream. You could do a lot of things with it.
Yeah.
Cinnamon twist, you can't put that really in ice cream.
You can.
Well, you can, but it would be like really soggy. Right?
Yeah, or you like crumple it up and put it as like a topping.
Yeah, but then it's just like cinnamon sugar.
That's fair.
Right?
That's why I picked apple pie.
No, yeah. I would go apple pie too. And thank you for watching Versus. Okay, so moving on, it is time for the scary story.
You know what I realized? I've been having really weird dreams, right? Leia's have been having weird dreams. And I think it's because of these stories, these real life stories that's going on. I think hearing them, you realize that your imagination is not far off, right?
Yeah.
Like your scary imagination, right? Scary things that can happen, scenarios, and it just makes it feel so real.
So have you heard why you shouldn't text unknown phone numbers?
Well, to be honest, I have texted the wrong number on mistake before.
Okay, so there was a group of 4 kids. There was Alex, Emily, Brandon, and Lucas, and all 4 of them were having a sleepover together while their parents were out of town. So when they're having the sleepover, they're like sharing scary stories, but one of the kids had the idea that they should text a random number to prank them and text them something scary. So they all got out their phones, they all put the same exact number in their phones, and they sent the text message saying, "I know what you did, and you can't escape it." And since it was a random number, they thought they would just get like a confused reply from someone saying like, "What is this? Like, what is going on?" But instead, they got no response. So what they did was they just forgot about it and they just went on with their night. But once it hit midnight, one of the kids actually got a reply, and it said, "I'm glad you know what I did, but you shouldn't have told me." And this kind of freaked the kids out, but they're like, oh, maybe the person's just pranking them back because they were pranking them. But then they got another text message saying, "You opened a door you can't close, and now I know everything."
Bro, these kids messed up.
Yeah, but after this, every kid got sent a text message, but it didn't say anything but a number, and each kid got a different number. So Alex got number 1, Lucas got 2, Emily got 3, and Brandon got 4. And obviously they didn't know what this meant, so they decided to just say sorry. It was a prank, so they texted the number and just said sorry. Like, I don't know what any of this means. And then after, they just decided to go to bed and forget about it. But then they woke up in the morning and someone was knocking on the door, but they knew it wasn't their parents because they were supposed to still be out of town. So they went to go check the door and nobody was there, but there was a note on the door and it said, "Number 1, today is your day." And obviously they knew this was linked to the text messages. So obviously this freaked the kids out. Like, they didn't know what to do, so they decided to call the cops. But out of nowhere, it seemed like their phones couldn't make any outgoing calls. So they immediately thought, all we need to do is protect Alex. So they decide to all sit in one room and lock all the doors, because if they're all in the same room, they could all protect one another. So they all sat in the same bedroom, locked the doors, and they felt safe. Like, they couldn't hear anything. They knew everybody was in the same spot and nobody could get to them. So after spending the whole day in that bedroom, they decided, like, okay, nothing's happening. I think it's okay to come out. So they decided to leave the bedroom, but right when they left the bedroom, all they saw was a bunch of notes on the walls. And they quickly realized whoever's doing this could get in the house, and they don't know how they did.
So the person got into their house without them even knowing.
Yeah, so then the kids started reading the notes on the walls, and they figured out that every note had something about Alex's life. Like, it had his parents' names, it had their birthdays, it had all the dates Alex went to the hospital when he broke his arm. So it literally had everything that happened in Alex's life on these pieces of paper. And all of a sudden they get another knock at the door, and they obviously know who it is. And it turns out to be another note on the door. and this time it says number 2. It's your turn now. So the kids start freaking out again, and they know they need to do something. So they just decided to text the number again and just beg them for mercy, just to stop bothering them. They'll leave it alone. They'll never bother them again. And this time they got a response immediately, and it said, just remember, I know everything about you, and I never forget.
Dude, they're still lucky that they didn't get killed or something, like something worse.
Yeah, this is what's really crazy. So one time I was with my friends.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, like sometimes you'll get a call and it's just the wrong number. Someone had the wrong number.
Right. Like it happens.
Right. So my friend got a call from a random number, but he was getting spam calls like all day. So he was just like sick of it. But this actually ended up being a real number. So he decided to answer it just to like mess with the person. And like the person was asking for a person named Paul.
Yeah.
Hey, like Paul, like I was just wondering where you're at, if everything's okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking like, that's a real person. That's not a spam call.
Yeah.
What my friend does, this is what he does.
Yeah.
He goes, Paul is dead. And then he hung up.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So then he started getting text messages being like, what? Where's Paul? Like, what happened? Like, are you okay? Like, the person's freaking out.
Right.
Like, constantly texting now. Yeah. So the person, it was a woman. Like, it was like maybe Paul was her husband or something.
Yeah.
So now she's freaking out and calling and calling and calling. And then my friend picks up again. He goes, stop bothering me. Paul is dead. Right. I'm like, dude, you need to cool it. Like, this is serious.
Yeah.
Like, she might think someone's actually dead, that's her friend or something.
Right.
He goes, nah, it's just a joke. I'm like, that's not a joke, right? So then she keeps texting and texting and texting. She's like, I'm gonna call the police. Like, what's going on? I'm like, dude, this is bad. Like, you need to tell her.
Yeah.
So then he finally like called her back and was like, it's just a joke. Like, you have the wrong number. And like, she like flipped out on him. But I was like, dude, you're an idiot.
Yeah. What happens if she like had a heart attack or something and she died?
Right. But see, like, that's the dangers of like messing with someone that you don't know over the phone.
Yeah. That is very true.
Right. That could have been very bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always wondered about that. Like, someone asked you a question
Right.
that you don't know, like it's a random number on accident,
Yeah.
and you respond a certain way, you can really affect that person because they think you're obviously someone else.
Right. But you don't know what that person could do by just having your phone number.
You're right.
In the situation, that guy got all their information from having their phone number because they
So
all texted
weird.
the same number.
Yeah.
Be careful out there.
All right, guys, if you made it this far on the podcast, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If this video gets 3,000 likes, not only when you click the like button, you'll get positive vibes in your life, but you also have an opportunity to win one of these hot toys. We'll send you a new one. Just comment what you guys like about the show, comment what you want us to talk about next week, or comment what hot toy you would like. And also, comment what you guys want us to talk about next week so we know what you guys want us to talk about. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on TikTok. And we'll see you guys next Sunday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
We'll see you on the TikTok.
God bless you guys. See ya.
Love ya.